If there is any doubt that you are not qualified to be a luxury real estate agent based on some condition in your life, it's time to elevate out of that thinking. If you believe you can't be successful because of who you are or how you look, know that these limitations, these things that are holding you back, are all in your head. If you were to visit any luxury real estate conference in the world, you would see something very consistent. The image that you have of the typical luxury agent is not the reality of the industry. The people you would meet at these events are far from the Netflix versions of buying or selling luxury. They would not resemble what you see on the streaming services, yet these are the real agents of luxury who have sold tens of billions of dollars, looking just like you. You would experience a trait that all successful luxury agents share: confidence. The dictionary defines confidence as a feeling of self-assurance arising from one's appreciation of their own abilities. You'll notice that definition says nothing about looking a certain way, having a college degree, or coming from a certain background. It says self-assurance rising from one's own abilities. Having confidence is important because just like when you were in junior high and your science teacher said that a dog can sense fear, the luxury consumer can sense insecurity and lack of confidence in the same way. Confidence is one of those elements that amplify your authority and is a big part of enhancing relationships built on a foundation of trust. Confidence is not something that comes to most people overnight. It has to be nurtured through experience. Luckily, the pathway for any of us to become more confident in luxury real estate is straightforward. When first starting out in the business, confidence meant projecting yourself in the outward ways: how you dress, looking a person in the eye, or firmly shaking their hand. As you mature in business, confidence means becoming that person you wish to attract. It means doing things that are hard and putting on your best face. Confidence is doing what you say you're going to do and continuing to push through on something until it is done. Confidence is knowing your own abilities and then going beyond them. If you don't believe in your own abilities and the value you provide to others, being confident is going to be hard. You can't expect someone to believe in you if you don't even believe in yourself. Again, confidence does not come right away. It needs to develop. One way to accelerate your confidence is to work toward what it is you want to become. It's about taking something that you are not confident in, such as knowledge in a certain subject, and then doing everything you can to push yourself to learn it, and in the process, gain confidence. Some years ago, I attended a motivational event. The well-known speaker randomly picked someone from the crowd, and this person had to tell the audience what their limiting belief was and how it was holding them back from something they wanted to accomplish. The speaker chose a woman in her late 20s from the audience and invited her up on the stage. She said she was not confident and felt like she was missing out on job promotions because of it. Over the next 10 minutes, the speaker took her through a mental exercise where she created a secondary or alternative version of herself. He even made her give this alter ego a name. By example, if the woman's real name was Sky, her alter ego was named Skylar. Next, the speaker wrote down the description of everything the woman, named Sky, wanted to become at work and prescribed those attributes to Skylar: ultra confident, likable, easy to relate to, no fear, knowledgeable about everything at her job. Then the speaker made Sky close her eyes and answer 3 questions about herself. After a pause, he asked her to become Skylar, and he asked the same 3 questions. Amazingly, when the woman transformed into Skylar, everything about her responses improved. Her statements, her vocal tone, her posture, and level of authority, they all increased. This was because she had taken the role of the alter ego and was living up to how that role was predefined in her head. In reciting this story over the years, I learned that many luxury agents had alter egos in the early years of their career. It worked to shed an old image or belief system about themselves and transform them into something new. It allowed them to set a new standard and then live up to it and work to immediately increase their confidence. Let's start with something simple. If you could get into the mind of your absolute best client, how would you like them to perceive you? How would you want them to describe you to another person? What would they want you to wear, to sound like when you speak, to act around their friends? Take notes of exactly what you hope this response would be. Now, make a list that describes the traits in detail. Then, determine how you can become that person in real life. If some part of becoming a luxury agent is intimidating to you, then create your own alter ego based on the ideal traits and work to become that reality. With the multitude of digital platforms in today's world, social media, websites, and video content, it's easier than ever to promote your ideal image. This does not mean you should be fake or push an exaggerated version of yourself. Go ahead and skip the private jet photos and selfies by the Ferrari, as most luxury consumers are low-key about their money and want their agents to be the same. What you can do is shift your digital content to a more luxury tone. Upscale houses, amenities, and lifestyle features that provide value to that level of luxury client. The viewers of your platform will put one and one together, and without even having to say it, others will sense your elevation. And one more thing, confidence is not arrogance. Be mindful of what you post, and make sure it's not too exaggerated or too braggy. If you're lacking confidence, there are a number of things you can do to help build it. For one, you could find a luxury agent who can serve as your advisor or mentor. Take the things you learn from this person and develop it into your own style. Make sure and put yourself in situations that will force you to build your confidence. For example, doing open houses at luxury homes. You should also seek out activities that you enjoy and where the luxury consumer can be found. Take something you enjoy and then find the group within that activity that has affluent people. Perhaps it's golf, bicycling, sailing, fitness, car shows, horse shows, or whatever. Even if you must drive 15 miles out of your way to be a part of the group where luxury consumers are, make it happen. Being around them in the setting of something you enjoy will only work to increase your confidence. A previous participant of this program loved fitness. It's something she did every day of the week. To increase her confidence, she swapped her local gym membership for a country club membership 4 miles north of where she lived. Her monthly cost for fitness tripled in price, but she was now surrounded by wealthy country club members. Her exercise classes were women who became her friends over time. Fast forward 18 months later, and this agent closed 2 transactions right under $1 million each from, yes, the contacts she met through the country club. This shows how you can build confidence by putting yourself in the path of new opportunities while doing something you love. An immediate method for building confidence while having real estate conversations is visit the lounge at the nicest hotel in your city right before dinner time. To make it more comfortable, ask a friend to join you and let them know you are there to practice face-to-face networking when the opportunity arises. Order a club soda on the rocks and observe the people around you. When you take time to listen and then make friendly introductions to others, you'll be surprised at how soon you'll find yourself in conversations about real estate. Since they are staying at what is most likely the priciest hotel in town, there's a probability they are in a luxury price range. A previous participant of this program moved to a new city, 700 miles away, and this is exactly what she did. Now, the purpose here is to build confidence by having conversations with complete strangers, not necessarily generating real estate opportunities. In our participant's case, it worked for both. She met a couple the very first night who became her very first clients in that new state. Building confidence happens when you take on something that intimidates you. As humans, we learn best from real-world experiences. Think back on all the times you learned something the best, by actually doing it. When you learn through actual application, it is many times more impactful than learning from a book. Learning through doing is also the quickest way to make real-life mistakes, which is good in that these experiences accelerate your learning, which increases your confidence. Decide to do something that you have been avoiding. The more you do it, the more natural it becomes, and the more your confidence builds. Let's introduce a new word, competence. This is the ability to do something well. It comes from training, practice, repetition, and putting in the work. That sounds a lot like confidence, doesn't it? The influential conversation for this lesson is confidence comes from competence. This means that to build confidence, you need to put in the work to become competent. In the process of moving forward on an experience that makes you better, you build confidence. Once again, confidence comes from competence. Luxury consumers want to be around those who are confident. It's attractive because it provides certainty in times of uncertainty. Confidence is created when you are competent. It's what builds trust, which in turn leads to long-lasting relationships. When you become the one who delivers on this, you will become a valued advisor to those you serve. Let's do this.